Welcome back, my creators. I want to talk to you about something very exciting and a very probable way to make some extra income or a full time income. Did you know that the global digital planner market is projected to grow from $2.5 billion, that's billion with a B, in 2021 to 3.58 billion by the end of 2025, by the end of this year, and reaching over 7 billion by 2033. So the digital planner app market alone is already a $7.8 billion industry, and it's expected to climb to $25.6 billion. 25. Did you hear me? $25.6 billion by 2031. That's less than 10 years. So within all this massive growth, Etsy is taking up a very powerful share, with the digital planner niche projected to reach $1.3 billion by 2028. So on Etsy, planners typically sell between $3 and $30, and top digital product shops often have 200,000 plus sales, with many earning six-figure incomes from digital downloads. With numbers like these, it's clear that digital planners are a huge opportunity. And today, I want to show you exactly how to create your own digital planners so you can tap into this billion-dollar market too. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, my creators. So we're on Canva and I am creating a new design, and I'm going to choose the units to be inches, and we're going to make the width 8.5 and the height is going to be 11, like a regular size sheet of paper, or at least in America. Okay. So once we create the design, once we click on create design, we're going to have our workspace ready to start creating. So now here is our workspace. It is coming up and it is right here. So what I want to do now is just actually create the cover. I want to start by creating the cover, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So there are a lot of different ways to create a cover for your digital journal or your digital planner. Okay. So my understanding, and you need to check with an attorney because I am not an attorney, but if you check the Canva policies, I believe that you can use the photos and things on Canva, even if you're selling, but you have to use them in a complete design. In other words, you can't just take a photo, drop it onto the workspace, and then just sell it like it is. So, but you have to check Canva. You are responsible for that to make sure. But that's my understanding. Make sure you read Canva's policies to check it out on your own. And I will leave a link in the description or on my YouTube, not my YouTube, I'm sorry. I'll leave a description for that information on my Facebook page. So make sure you jump over to my Facebook page to get everything related to this video today. Okay. So I'm on the left-hand side and I have clicked on photos. All right. And so whatever your heart desires is what you should type into this box. So since this is this fall or winter? This is fall. So let's type in fall background and see what comes up. Now, do keep in mind that if something has a crown on it, like these, you cannot use it unless you have a pro subscription, okay? Now, these are pretty. I like all of these. I like this one a lot. So I'm going to click on that one, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to say save image to background. So now that my image is saved to background, all I need to do is add some text to my image here to make a pretty cover. All right, creators, we're back on our page here. And one thing that I love to do, I like to go over to the Elements tab, and I'm going to type in frame, and we're going to use a Canva frame. It's going to be this one right here, this square one. And this is going to allow us to pop in a solid image, maybe dark orange or something like that. And it's going to make it, it's going to give it like a binder type of look. So now I'm going to go over to photos and I'm going to type in dark orange leather. And we're going to look for paper. Let me type in paper because I don't want leather jackets coming up. Okay, so here's paper. I don't know why the jacket still came up, but that might be a little too dark or too bright, rather. Let's use something more like this. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, that kind of gives it a nice kind of fall look. Let's see about this one. Yeah, I think that one might be a little better, or we could even try this one. Now let's undo. I think I like that one the best, okay? So this is kind of like the binding on the side. You know, when you pick up a notebook and it has a binding on it, that's what that is, okay? So now I want to click on text and I want to add some type of text. And right now I'm just going to click on add a heading and let me type in here whatever we want it to be. Let's call it fall journal. Not the catchiest title, but it'll work for what we need to do. Okay, let's kind of put it in the center, and we can see that it's in the center because you see that pink line going straight down the center. That lets you know that your text is in the center of the page. I want to change that font. Not sure what I want to change it to, but this is called Malibu, and I don't know if this is an uploaded font or an actual Canva font. And the reason I say that, even though it's under recently used, I don't know if it came from uploaded right here or if it was an actual Canva font. So I think I'll keep that. And what we're going to do is click on effects. We're going to outline this and we're going to change the outline to maybe a darker color. Now, let's take this little pick a color. Let's take it over to, is it working? Oh, there it is. So you click on it and then you click on the workspace and you choose whatever color you want. So I want my outline to be the color of this binding. So I'm going to do that. All right. Now I want my outline to be thin and I want the font itself to be white. Yeah, like that. Okay. So fall journal. So there we go. Now I want to create like a little button right here. So I'm just going to go back to, actually, I'm just going to go to elements and I'm going to type in, let's stay on the frames. This right here is one of the frames. I'm going to click on this little round frame. And what we're going to do, this right here, we're going to make our button that will open the folder the same color as this. So I'm going to go back over the photos and see if it's still showing. I don't know which one it was. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to duplicate. We're going to actually duplicate this. I'm going to move it over here. Now I'm going to detach this image from this extra frame. And now I can delete this extra frame and I'm going to take this and pop it right into the little circle. Okay, make that a little bigger. And now I'm going to click on the text. I'm going to duplicate the text and in here I'm going to type open, because this is what we're going to put over top of this little button And this is where we're going to put the hyperlink to open our journal. So now we're back on our cover page. And now, if you want to put some more text or something on here, you're free to do that, whatever you want to do. I'm just showing you the basics of what you need to do. You can make this prettier. You can add some more things on here if you want, but right now we're just going to add another page. So we're going to do that by clicking on the plus at the bottom to add a page. So here's our second page, and I want the page to be sort of a I wanted to kind of match one of these colors. So I'm going to choose, first of all, let's look over here on the left where it says photo colors. So Canva is bringing in all of the colors that it picked up from the photo that we used on our cover. So let's make our page a kind of soft color. That's a little, let's make it like that. Okay, there we go. So that's a nice soft color. Now, remember, this is our first page, and let's name this page, okay? So I did that by clicking on the three dots, and I am now going to name this, let's just say home page, okay? You're going to need this later because our links are going to be linked or connected to certain pages, okay? So I'm not sure what we'll put on this page. Maybe we'll make this like the inscription page or something like that. And so we want our journal to have a flow to it. So since I've used this font, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put this on this page. I'm just going to paste it there, okay? So right here, maybe I'll type about us or about me or about us, whatever you want to type in there. This can be a page about you or about your store, okay? So let's type a T for text. Let's change this text to something simple, maybe just Canva Sans is a neutral font and it's available to everybody. It's Canva's font, actually. Let's make this 18. All right, and let's put this over here. Now, the other thing that I like to do, you don't have to do this, but I like to do this, and I'll show you. I go over to Elements, and I type in binder. And if I click on See All, actually, I should have typed in binder ring, and it would have brought these up right here. So this is what I want, and this is a crown, so it's for pro, but they do have some in here that are free. But I'm going to click on this. It looks a little large, so I'm going to make it smaller, and I'm going to kind of put it to the middle so it looks authentic, and I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to duplicate it one more time. And it's too many rings on there, so I have cropped it down some. Maybe I took away too many though. Let's do that over. Let's delete that one. Let's duplicate this again. And let's move it over here. I'm going to just put it in place. I'm going to crop from here. All right, so that is about even. So I'm going to take all three of them by holding the Shift key, and I'm going to group them all together. Okay. So when I create a new page, every page, I'm going to duplicate this page so that we have our basic page. So let me do that now. Okay. So now this is about us. And in here, you can type in whatever you want about your product or store. All right, now let's move this over here. And I guess I should have waited to duplicate this page because I'm going to have some more text that I want duplicated. All right, so I'm also going to put a little, let's duplicate this text. And down here, what we're going to do, you're going to put the link to your store here. All right, so make this a little smaller. You're going to type in your store name, visit our store. Now, the way that you link your store, let's say you have an Etsy shop or your own store, whatever you have. First of all, let's put this in the middle. This is irritating me. Okay, and now let's click on the three dots. Let's click on link. And what you would do in here, you would go to your Etsy store, copy your link, and paste your link in here. But since we don't have that, we're just going to right now, let's just put google.com. Okay. So this is actually going to link to google.com and it shows you. So if you click on this link, it goes right to google.com. And so you can see that right here. Okay. So now let's go back to our journal. And now we can actually duplicate this page. Let's duplicate. All right. So now on every page, you want to keep your link down here. Just keep your link down there, which is a very good idea because every time somebody clicks on a page, they are going to be able to visit your store with no problem. All right, so now if you want, you can make this page, this is the third page now. Now, second page is where we added the information. This is what we're going to talk about, our store, things, whatever you want to include in the information in the journal. On the third page, we are going to actually make this, you ever seen those pages where it says this journal belongs to? So that's what we're going to do. Uh-oh, what did I do there? Let me undo that. Okay, let's click in here and let's type this journal belongs to, okay, and then we are going to put a line here, search in elements and type in line. Okay, here's a line. We just want a simple line. If you hold the shift key, when you extend your lines, it will stay straight and not go all over the place. That's kind of a thick line though, a little too thick. Want to make it thinner. Let's see. That's still pretty thick. But anyway, you can find a thinner line in Canva. So just search for lines in element, okay? Elements. We'll leave that for now, but you know what to do. So we can pull this down here. And again, you're going to change this and search for a thinner line in Canva. That's a little too thick right there. And now we're just going to duplicate this page again. And on this page, we are actually going to start. Let's delete this and let's delete this. And we're going to create, actually, I should not have deleted that text. Let's get rid of the line. We're going to actually create like an index page here. So right here, we're going to type in index. And let's move this to the top, a little up further. Okay, and let's duplicate this again. Let's left align this, and whatever your pages are going to be, let's say, for instance, your first actual index page is going to say travel or something. So let's duplicate this page so that we have another page. We're going to go to the fifth page, and we're going to now call this travel. Okay, let's name our pages. Let's go back to page 4, click on the 3 dots. Let's name this. This was actually called index. And we're going to change the title at the top. This is going to say index. And here, this is my journal. Okay. We're going to name this My Journal. Okay, and we are going to name this one About Us. Okay, that's going to be important when we start linking everything together. Okay, so this one I think we said we're going to call, yeah, this is travel. So I'm just going to type in here travel plans. Okay, so this can be a journal, whatever type of book you want. It doesn't matter. You just want to be sure that you name the pages appropriately. And on your index page, you are going to make sure that you put a link for each page. Okay, so this is the index page. This is travel. So let's put in here 2025. Okay. And let's name this goals. Or let's just do this. Goals, destination, destination one. Okay. And we can make this a little smaller. That doesn't have to be so large because it's not a title. So let's make it maybe like just 18. Okay, we can leave that one as it is. Okay, that's travel. Then we're going back over here. This is index. So on the index, we want to link to every page. So right here, maybe we'll type in about us, and we'll make this 18 as well. Okay, and we're going to bring in this text box some. So this is going to link to our about page, okay? And then we're going to also link to my journal. You don't have to, but I'm just showing you this because I want you to know how to do it. So let's duplicate this and let's just kind of line it up. And this is my journal. And let's duplicate this one. And we're going to call this one, we're going to put this in the middle. And this is called travel. And let's make one more page. And let's call this one financial. What can we call this, creators? Favorite, no, affirmation. Okay, this is called affirmations. My favorite ones. Okay, we're gonna delete that. We're gonna put some lines in here. Okay, so let's go back to about, oh, let's make a calendar page too. Let's duplicate this one more time. We're gonna call this calendar daily. It's gonna be called daily. I'm gonna have a daily page. So daily plans, okay? And we're gonna rename this one to daily. All right, so that one is called daily. This one is called travel. Oh, I didn't mean to do that twice. One of these should be affirmation. This is called affirmations. Okay, so this is called. So when you're doing these, you want to make sure that you name them appropriately, because sometimes you're moving fast and you'll forget and you won't name them appropriately, and that'll mess up all of your links. Okay, so you want to make sure that you name them correctly. Okay, that's journal. Did we name? Yeah, my journal. And then this one is called About Us. Okay, so that's enough so that you can learn what we need to do. Okay, now under daily plans, we're going to go back over to elements and we're going to type in daily planner. and let's see what comes up. Okay, so let's click on this. That's not what I want. It says vitamins and supplements. I don't want that. Let's type in daily calendar. Okay, let's click on design at the top. Sometimes design is better because it'll give you a more realistic look. So daily calendar, because we don't want a cartoon. We want actual, I want a planner, but that's a calendar. So let me type in planner, planner page. Let's see what comes up. Okay, here's what we're looking for. All right, so let's choose something. Let's click on this one. And I want to, here's the only thing about the design. It's going to add it as a whole new page. So let me go to the new page. Let me add a new page. And then let me click on Daily Planner. And what I want to do, I want to download this page because I want this page to be an image that I can actually upload. So that's one way to do it. The other way, let's go back over to our daily page. Let's click on photos and let's see if we can find a daily planner here. These are actually giving us planners. Let's type in daily planner page. No, that's not giving us what we want either. So, okay, so let's just go back here. Let's download this. We're going to download this as a just as a JPEG file. So download. You could do PNG or JPEG. It doesn't matter because actually, let's do PNG because I want to remove the background. If you don't have the Canva Pro, just download it as a JPEG, and you would just have the white background. Okay, so I'm going to download this current page. And once it's downloaded, I'm going to upload this page as an image, and we're going to add it to this page, and it's going to be our daily planner page. So let's upload this file now. All right, my creators, this video was getting pretty long, so head over to part 2. Link is in the description. I'll see you there.